Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome back to Kimochii Classroom. Video game. It seems kind of dark. Hold on. Why is it so dark right now? Whatever. Guys, I think I gotta admit something. I think my voice is catching up to me. But it's okay. I will power through it. Because I really want to play this game. But yeah, we are back. I think this might be part 8, if I'm not mistaken, of Kimochii Classroom. So I'll go through my usual spill. If you don't know, my name is Peyturtle X. You're also known as Peyturtle, a very consistent, inconsistent YouTuber. I think I was saying it wrong initially, but whatever. And this is my Kimochii Classroom playthrough. If you don't know what Kimochii Classroom is, it's a visual novel made by Radish ASMR, or Akemi, that goes over basically the lore of, I guess, like a prequel. Yeah, is that the right one? Before? No, sequel. Well, it's basically, it's the backstory of what happens within ASMR, or Radish ASMR's lore, basically. So if you have no idea what's going on in the grand scheme of things and like how this relates to Radish ASMR, I have made 2 videos on Radish ASMR on my main channel. But for now, yeah, this is just we're going to get back into playing the visual novel. If you haven't seen the previous parts, you're going to have no idea what goes on. So I recommend either watching that, or, as I like to say, wait for the full game to come out so you can play it for yourself. It's, in my opinion, I think it's better to experience this kind of video game by just actually playing it for yourself. So you, I don't know, just get the full, I know I said experience already, but so you get the full experience. So yeah, let's just get back into it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is a new day, guys. I don't not sleep and only play this game. I swear this is a new day. I think what we're about to get into is a lot of fun stuff between us and Mayuka, because last time she saw us, we were on that the quote. Well, it's not a date. It was just our little cafe hangout with Felicia and Annabelle. I'm pretty sure that's the last time that Mayu has seen us, so we're about to get back into that. So I'm very excited to play this game. Love it so far. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it. It only takes me about 5 more minutes to get there, and I'm able to clock in with several minutes to spare. I also I want to quickly just say that my voice might break a bit throughout this recording, so I apologize if I sound a little quieter. I've been looking at my recordings and my microphone's being a little weird with picking up my voice when I'm quiet, so I'm trying to talk more into it, because my microphone's right here and my webcam's right here, so the audio is a little iffy, and I'll get that changed at some point, but for now I kind of just have to deal with it. I notice Mayu as she walks up to
Simone. It's another slow day today.
What day? Oh yeah, wait, what day is it today? Is it Wednesday? Well, I can't say I'm surprised. There actually isn't anyone in the bar at the moment. I stretch my arms a bit. Where's the boss?
He's out getting some materials to restock.
Where the hell is the boss? Anyone get that reference? Is that outdated already? Ah, gotcha. It's always surprised me that he volunteered to take care of that stuff himself. When I first started working here, I thought that's the kind of work he would give to me. Mayu chuckles.
Yeah, the boss has his own particular way of doing things for sure.
She glances away for a second.
Probably because everything has to be perfect.
Yeah, it kind of... We had a glimpse of that with the whole back bar scene that we got earlier on, where we had to rearrange everything in the back bar only for it to just end up the same way it started. I laugh at her comment. That's definitely how the boss is. So, what should I do now? Is there anything that needs cleaning?
It's been really slow today. I've been sitting here the last 30 minutes waiting for someone to show up.
Dang. Wow, that bad, huh? How's the boss taking it? She grins.
He's in denial.
I chuckle. Figures. So, what should we do? A mischievous smile forms on Mayu's face. She walks up closer to me. Personal space, Mayu!
Why don't you and I spend a little one-on-one time together?
Hmm? I mean, if you insist. What? She starts laughing.
I can teach you some more drinks. Interested?
Right, that's what she was talking about. Silly me, silly me. I exhale. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. It still catches me off guard, but in the time I've been working with Mayu, I've gotten much more accustomed to her teasing.
I know we talked about it a little while ago, but are you still interested in working behind the bar later down the line?
Absolutely. I'd like to say that I've been practicing at home, but since I can't buy any alcohol from the store...
I know, don't worry.
She gives me a thumbs up.
I'll help bring you back up to speed.
I give her a slight bow. In that case, I'll leave it to you. Mayu starts laughing at me. I look up to see her already behind the bar waiting for me. What?
Just get over here already.
Ugh. I love the dynamic between, like, Mayu and... I mean, I say this for, like, every character, but Radish really did flesh out the relationships with people in this video game. That it's like, it really does feel, like, natural. It comes across natural, and this is definitely, like, big sister energy that we're getting from Mayu. I kind of reminds me of, like, the whole thing where she said, like, if only you were older or something, which is, like, so out of pocket, but whatever. Whatever, man, whatever. You do you, Mayu. I walk over to her.
Okay, so first we'll need some material
Alexa,
here.
stop. Why did I have an alarm set?
Do you remember any of what we used when I was showing you how to make a cosmopolitan?
We used the and some limes or something. Yeah, I think so. I can picture them, but I don't remember the names. There was the little pori thing, the big pori thing. Mayu stares at me for a few seconds before she starts laughing.
You don't remember at all, do you?
Hey, am I wrong though? Little pori thing and big pori thing? I scratched the back of my head. Yeah, sure seems that way.
All right, well, let me jog your memory then.
Mayu reaches down and opens a drawer behind the counter. She pulls out 3 hourglass-shaped cups and 2 more cups as well. Oh, there they are.
Yes, here's the big pori and the small pori.
Stop it. You got what we were talking about. She gestures to the hourglass-shaped ones.
These are called cocktail jiggers, remember? They're for measuring.
Right. That's where you pour the thing into, and then you... Wait. You pour the thing, and then you pour the other thing, and then you... Or something. I honestly don't remember. She picks up the remaining 2 cups and sticks them together.
And this is a cocktail shaker.
She does a mock shaking motion. And I remember everything. Oh, right. I remember now.
Great. Then let's get into it. Today, I'm going to teach you about another classic drink that every bartender should know.
Gin and tonic. That's the first thing that comes to mind. I don't know any other drinks.
We're making a French 75.
Is that a real thing? French 75? I learned that Cosmopolitan was a real thing. So I'm assuming French 75 is a real thing. Okay, that doesn't sound too bad.
It shouldn't be. To start, I'll make one. Then it'll be up to you to remember and remake them after I finish.
Do I get my scratch paper? Got it. I pull out the notebook. Yeah, we got our notes. And it's just my math stuff written all over it. I pull out the notepad I use for jotting down orders.
No notes.
Really? What? Why not?
Because it's more fun that way.
Wow. I sigh. This is starting to feel more like an opportunity for Mayu to entertain herself rather than an actual lesson. Alright, I guess I'll just lock it in.
That's the spirit.
She goes to the fridge and gets a scoop of ice.
First, I'm going to fill the small side of the cocktail shaker about 3/4 of the way with ice.
Yeah, that kind of sounds familiar.
This will be a shaken drink, so we want to use a good amount.
Kind of sounds familiar to what we were doing with the Cosmopolitan, right?
Then,
Mayu pulls a couple more things out of the drawer and the fridge.
I'll add 1 tablespoon of powdered sugar on top of the ice, and 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. After that, cover the shaker.
She puts the larger half of the shaker on top.
And flip it. Wait a few seconds.
Okay. She picks the shaker up off the counter.
Shake for about 15 seconds.
Mayu shakes the shaker back and forth.
You'll want to put some force into the shaking itself, but don't go too hard.
When she's finished, she sets the shaker down and pulls out a glass.
You following okay?
Yeah, I think so. I'm following, I think. She's moving fast, but it's not that complicated, so I'm keeping up all right.
We're almost done. Pour the drink into a flute glass.
What's a flute glass? Pop-up image of flute glass, me.
Make sure you use the strainer so no ice falls in.
Mayu expertly pours the drink into the thin glass, not losing a single drop in the process.
Now this might look done, but a real professional cares just as much about presentation as they do about taste.
I've been learning that a lot recently, that presentation really can sell like a meal, or I guess a drink too, but I don't really have a lot of... I only really drink water, so it's not like I care with presentation with water. But I have learned that it's like presentation can be a real big difference when it comes to eating like any kind of meal. Mayu opens the fridge and pulls out a lemon.
We need to add a garnish.
Oh, it wasn't a lime, it was a lemon. Whatever. She sets the lemon on a small cutting board and pulls out a knife. Then she cuts the lemon in half before cutting it again to get a single slice.
We could just cut a lemon slice in half or into quarters and prop the piece on the edge of the glass like normal.
She grins at me.
But we're not just normal.
No, we're not. We're the tumultuous tap.
Take 1 lemon slice and cut the thin peel off from around it.
So leaving only like the... Wait, what? Leaving only like the inside of the lemon? Kind of bits? It only takes Mayu 2 seconds to do it. Dang!
Then we need to curl it.
She pulls out a metal straw.
You can wrap it around something like this. I tend to just keep one of these handy whenever I'm working a shift.
Mayu quickly wraps the lemon skin around the straw, pulls it off, and shows me the finished product. I'm struggling a bit to visualize this. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really wrap my head around that right now. Maybe because it's early. I don't know.
Then you've got yourself a lemon twist.
She delicately places it on the edge of the glass and holds the finished drink up to me.
Ta-da! A French 75.
Wait, so is it like a normal garnish if you just put like a lemon on the side or like a lime on the side of like a drink, but instead of like the skin on the outside, it's just no skin? She winks.
Want a taste?
Oh! I roll my eyes at her.
More for me.
She takes a sip of the drink. Yeah, we can't drink! Stop that! I chuckle. Ha! You sure you should be drinking alcohol on shift?
Probably not.
I sarcastically respond. I wonder what the boss would say. She puts a finger up to her lips.
This'll be our little secret. Anyway.
I'm surprised, like, now that I'm thinking about it, I am surprised that she hasn't brought up anything with Annabelle and Felicia at the flowery respite. She puts the drink down.
Ready to give it a try on your own?
Oh god. I think I remember it. Oh right, now it's my turn. I almost forgot. Yeah, sure. No problem.
You have 3 minutes.
I have 3 minutes, huh? Only 3 minutes? Mayu just smiles at me and leans against the counter. All right, here I go. First is a scoop of ice into the shaker. 3/4 of the cup. I scoop some ice into the cup. Then 1 tablespoon of powdered sugar. I'm subtly glancing at Mayu for approval. She's still smiling, so I guess I'm doing it right so far. And then 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I go for the bottle of lemon juice, but Mayu lightly grabs my hand. Huh?
Are you sure?
Yeah? Yeah? Damn it, I made a mistake. Mayu starts giggling.
You don't need to be nervous. Oh, but you only have 2 minutes left.
Yeah, she just likes messing with me. Something that does seem to be a bit of a theme with a lot of the people I know. Right, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I hurriedly pour the correct amount of lemon juice and cover the shaker. Then I flip it. Mayu nods approvingly. Unlike mixing actual drinks, I can practice shaking a bottle at home. So I'm pretty confident in my shaking technique. Okay. I pick up the shaker and start shaking. Mayu jokingly cheers and claps her hands together lightly.
Woohoo! I feel like I'm watching a pro.
Just you wait. I chuckle at Mayu's comment. Even though I know it was a joke, I'm starting to feel more confident.
1 minute left.
Confidence gone. Using the strainer, I pour the contents of the strainer into a nearby flute glass. Once I put the shaker back down on the counter, I look at Mayu expectantly. I think I actually No! You forgot the lemon! I think I actually managed to finish within the time limit. Alright, how's that? Mayu just smiles at me without saying anything. Uh-oh. I forgot something. I see the lemon sitting on the cutting board. The garnish! I quickly grab the knife and cut a lemon slice. Then I proceed to try to slice the skin of the slice I just made, but it just ends up being more difficult than I thought it'd be. Once the skin is off, I take it, ignoring the fact that it looks horribly malformed, and wrap it around the metal straw. When I've got it somewhat curled, I haphazardly put it onto the glass. Okay, wait, I can kind of visualize it now, actually. Is it like that? You have like the little slice of the lemon, you take the skin, like the outer ring skin of the lemon off, like you cut it off, you curl it around something, so like a metal straw, and then you place it on the side of your cup or of the glass. That's like the image I'm getting. Somewhat disappointed, I slide the glass to Mayu. Okay, now I'm done. Mayu, who's been mostly silent this whole time, takes my glass.
Oh, you're finished?
Well, now you're making me second guess myself.
Don't worry, it's finished.
She puts on a sarcastic, serious face.
I will now present to you your score.
Ooh. Ha! Okay, great. Oh, great. I'm getting graded?
You will be judged in 2 categories. Taste and presentation.
Yeah, the presentation might not be the best. We did, forget the lemon. And now she's talking like some TV host. Ha! What's up with the
Simone, I need silence while I judge. Please be quiet.
My fault. Yes, ma'am. Sorry. Wait a minute. Mayu starts laughing at me. She cut me off with so much seriousness that I reacted on reflex. Oh, he cowered. He was cowering away. Oh, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, sir, Miss Mayuka, ma'am. She looks at me.
You know, maybe you should start talking to me that way more regularly.
Man, give me a break. At least I have a chance against Anna and she, but Mayu is too much for me. Yeah. Smiling, she picks up the drink.
In all honesty, this isn't too bad for your first attempt.
She takes a sip.
Hey, this is pretty good.
Hey!
Not bad, Simone.
Really? You mean it?
Yeah, definitely. The taste is all there and it's nicely chilled. Probably thanks to your expert shaking earlier.
Oh yeah, I'm a shaking master, Mayuka. You have no idea. All the ladies love me. I'm relieved. It's kind of embarrassing looking back on the shaking practice I did at home. Okay. What? Okay. I've never let anyone see me doing it, though. What kind of practice are you doing, dog? What is this shaking practice?
I'll give you a 7 out of 10.
Hey! Lucky me. And, the presentation? Mayu examines my drink again.
I have a couple notes for you.
Yeah.
You were a little frantic when you were pouring out of the shaker, so there's some that spilled on the side of the glass. But the biggest problem is the lemon twist.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds kind of difficult, doesn't it? I figured as much.
To be fair, you were on a timer, But when we're in a rush, taking more than 3 minutes on every drink is too long.
So then, I guess my grade isn't gonna be great. She gives me a warm smile.
4 out of 10.
Hey, that's pretty bad. Damn, harsh. She giggles.
But I see lots of potential. So, I want you to keep practicing.
Oh yeah, I'll keep practicing my shaking technique just for you, Mayu. She slides me a couple of small pieces of paper stapled together. What's this?
These are some notes for you to practice at home.
Ooh, wait, at home? I'm still not old enough to buy alcohol, remember?
Don't worry, I know.
It's to perfect your shaking technique, Simon. Come on!
Why don't you look at the paper first?
I turn my gaze to the paper. I look at the first 2 pages. Both are headed with a drink name, and below that is a list of ingredients. But next to each other is a substitute I can get my hands on to practice with at home. Aww! Mayu! That's so sweet. And then, of course, directions on how to make the drink written down as well. Oh, this is great! I didn't even consider that I might be able to practice with substitute ingredients. I'm starting to get excited. Yeah, that's nice.
Obviously, this isn't a great way to judge your drink's taste.
I know that, like, in some regard, people like, doing stuff like bartending because it allows, like, your creative freedom to really, I don't know. You have a lot of, like, creative opportunity for stuff like that. So, I mean, it's cool that it's, like, Simon's getting, like a somewhat interest in that kind of stuff. It's like following after Mayuka in a way.
But it should help get your speed up just fine.
Oh, my shaking speed's fine, Mayuka. Don't worry. Yeah, I can't wait to try this. Thanks, Mayu.
My pleasure.
Then I see her slide her phone towards me. It's already open, and I see her phone number. Wait, we don't have her phone number yet? That's kind of... I'm a little surprised at that, honestly. Considering, like, how long we've known Mayuka. Well, I don't actually know how long we've known Mayuka technically, but I don't know. I feel like we would have had it already, right? It's already open, and I see her phone number on the screen.
And here's my number. You can text me if you have any questions.
So nice. Thank you, Mayu. Oh, are you sure it's all right? She laughs.
Of course I'm sure. I'm honestly more surprised that we haven't swapped numbers sooner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I chuckle. I guess that's true. I quickly type her account ID into my phone and slide her phone back to her.
I'd recommend getting yourself a set of cocktail jiggers and a shaker as well. There's no age restriction on those, so you can just buy them at the store.
Nice. Okay, I'll get some this week. She giggles.
I'm expecting great things from you. And then once you're a little older, you'll be able to spend a romantic night swooning Felicia with a mixed drink of your own.
Hey, Felicia, watch what I can do. I'm sure she would be swooning. Caught off guard, I try to respond casually. Felicia and I aren't dating. Mayu just laughs.
That's what they all say.
Who's they? Who? Oh, boss? Just then I hear the door of the bar open. I'm back! I'm back! Hello, Simon. Good to see you here. Wait a minute. Have the two of you been bonding without me? Mayu smirks at him.
That's exactly what we've been doing. Pretty sure I'm Simon's favorite now.
The boss looks distraught. No! Simon, don't forget about all the moments we shared. I immediately start laughing as well. No! I need more boss, please. The rest of the shift is slow, with only a handful of customers showing up before the usual evening rush. But today's rush was pretty sparse too. The boss tried to hide his displeasure, but it was pretty obvious that he was frustrated. I wonder how the bar is doing overall. Yeah, I wouldn't really know because I'm not in like a restaurant business like this. So I don't know like how slow days really are and if this is just like extreme, but I feel like every time we've been in this bar, it's always been slow recently. At the end of my shift, I wave bye to Mayu and the boss and head outside. As soon as I'm out, I'm ready to book it home. Doesn't take me too long to make it back because I sprinted like Usain Bolt, but by the time I have my hand on the front doorknob, I'm starving. Where's Chico at? Chico! I let out a sigh as I take off my shoes. I'm home! I hear a voice from upstairs call back to me.
Welcome home! I'll be down in a second!
I hear footsteps as Chi hurries down the stairs. She smiles at me from the... Yeah! The Mirai Kimochii shirt. That is still so interesting. Because Mirai Kimochii is a Vocaloid. Right? Yeah, I'm not getting that mistaken. Because we got Kira Kimochii, Mirai Kimochii, Chikoro Kimochii. There's a little too many Komachis, but I don't know. Because it is a little weird with how, like, when we were at the convention with Chico, how they were explaining why the name was changed from Mirai Kimochii to Kira Kimochii was like purely because Mirai was too common of a name, which, I mean, okay, I guess, but why? It just feels like so odd that Mirai Kimochii is also a Vocaloid. And there's also some like Vocaloid-esque stuff that goes on within Radish ASMR, especially in relation to like the SoundCloud, for example, or maybe even something on her casting call club page. I don't know if she mentioned Vocaloids at all, but yeah, probably not. But there's a lot of music related stuff, especially because I think her most recent song that she made is like it has like a voice bank with it. Like, I think it's a Chemi, but tuned in like a Vocaloid kind of way. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but it seems like it's somewhat plausible that the Vocaloid stuff is still prominent, I guess I should say. Yeah. She smiles at me from the stairs.
Hey, Simone!
Hey, Chi. Sorry if I interrupted you. Were you busy?
A little, actually. Oh, but don't worry about it. I wanted to let you know that I already made dinner.
Hey!
I left it in a container on the counter.
Sounds great, thanks.
It should still be warm, but feel free to heat it up in the microwave if you need. I think I'm going to be too busy to eat together again. Sorry.
Ha, no worries. It seems like you've been absorbed lately. Ready to spill what you're working on? She grins ear to ear.
Something private.
The same answer as yesterday. And I can already tell by her expression that she still isn't planning to budge on this. Alright, I won't ask, but good luck with whatever it is.
Thanks!
And with that, I love the sound of like the running up the stairs. It really does make me feel like she's like just crawling on all fours up the staircase. Like going up like a dog. And with that, she hurries back upstairs. She's been like this since Sunday. At first, I thought it was just the lingering adrenaline from the convention and the concert on Saturday. But she hasn't slowed down since. She's inspired. She's in her idol arc right now. Even the stuff that seemed to be hanging over her recently seems like it was starting to fade. I wonder what changed. Is this guy Kanye or something? He always wonders with like everything. Yeah, and it also is like interesting with the whole like Chi kind of being out of it recently. Like it felt a little weird, right? Like she was spacing out when we were doing dishes, wasn't she? And like there was something else that was a little strange, I think. Maybe I'm misremembering, but either way, could it really have just been the convention experience? Well, either way, it's great to see her like this. Well, maybe she's happy that you came along with her. Maybe she's like, oh, my brother is so cool. And I'm really happy now that he wanted to do something that I enjoy. After I finish eating, I head upstairs. I brush my teeth, but before I go to my room, I quietly put my ear up to Chi's door. We've heard that humming before, like a couple times before. Is that like the Kira Kimochii opening? No, it's not, because that's a... And it's not the ending either from what we got on the concert. Is this like one of the songs that she wanted to perform? Is it like the fourth song? Is this song 4? I can hear her humming and tapping her desk. I can feel a smile forming on my face. I head back to my room and lay down on my bed. Today wasn't particularly tiring, but after laying down, it doesn't take long for sleep to overtake me. Thursday, September 24th, 2015. That's a pretty big time skip, right? It just says next couple of weeks. Yeah, wasn't like the last time we were Wednesday, it was like the single digits, right? Over the next couple of weeks, the insufferable heat of summer finally began its descent to fall. It's nice to finally feel a breeze that actually cools you down. Dude, I feel that, man. I feel that. I'm still pretty busy most days, but I wasn't expecting that to change anytime soon. At school, Felicia is now a lot closer to Anna and me. Lately, I've noticed she's been trying to banter with us more often, although it falls flat a lot of the time. But from an outside perspective, you'd never know that Felicia and Anna only started really talking about a month ago. They act like best friends. And unfortunately for me, since they're close with me, a guy, I get a lot of jealous misunderstandings from other guys in my class, and a whole lot of assumptions from the girls. Yeah, at this point, though, I'm pretty used to it. Another thing I've noticed is Chi. I was worried about her a little while ago because it seemed like something had been weighing her down. And while I can still see hints of it here and there, it's been a while since I last saw her as happy as she is now. And that's saying something because she's always happy. Yeah, it seems like the whole like Chi not being all there stuff, it kind of stemmed from the like song 4, right? Maybe. Or maybe not exactly song 4 like specifically, but more like the festival itself. Right? Because like as soon as we get to like the festival stuff is happening and we're doing practice for it, we're doing this and that, it's like now she's a little different. She's a little off compared to how she is before, or usually. Sadly, we aren't eating dinner together as often anymore, but that's because she's been busy with something that she seems pretty excited about. She won't tell me anything about it, but at least now she said that she's planning to show me eventually. But right now, I've got something else to worry about. Oh, math. That's gonna be all for today, but remember that midterms will be here before long. Oh, midterms. Oh, there are only about 3 weeks left to prepare. Midterms. A test covering every subject. I've just been reminded by my economics teacher. I hate midterms. Almost as much as I hate finals. Once the teacher finishes her explanation... That was a pretty good girl voice, I'd say. I look at Anna, and she's already looking at me with a cheeky expression on her face. Lunch break starts.
Judging by the look on your face, we're gonna be in for some long hours.
Yeah, you and me, baby. I knew this was coming. Yeah, do your worst. She laughs. I see Felicia talking with the teacher by the doorway. She bows before walking back to her desk.
Anna, Simone, feel free to eat lunch without me.
You know, one thing that I actually noticed about Felicia that I think, I'm not sure if this is like completely the way it is, but like initially the reason why I thought her expression just seemed warmer is because of like the eyebrows, but I think it's also because her eyes literally changed. Because I remember in like the alleyway scene, her eyes were very like sharp, almost like cat-like. And like, I think it had like slits. I think anyway. I might be misremembering, but I swear her eyes were like a little more, I don't know, like just different. So I mean, I guess it would make sense now that it looks a little more warm because you see a lot more just color in it, a lot more, I don't know, just everything, a lot more light.
I've been asked to meet somewhere, so I'll be heading to the courtyard.
Again? Weren't you just asked to meet there on Tuesday?
Tuesday? Felicia looks slightly annoyed.
Yes, I'll admit that I'm not particularly keen on going, but I feel that I shouldn't ignore this sort of thing.
What is it? This sort of thing? Oh, wait, never mind. I bet it's just another confession. Oh, right. It's been happening more frequently recently, probably thanks to Felicia's sudden change in personality last month. That would do it. I give her a thumbs up. Well, good luck. And I give my condolences to whoever asked you.
Thank you.
Oh, bye. She gives us a slight wave before heading out of the classroom. Anna turns back to me.
Sounds tough.
For real. I wonder why she doesn't just ignore them at this point.
Felicia doesn't seem like the type to want to trample over people's feelings.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Also, speaking from experience, it can sometimes get pretty awkward if you just straight up ignore it. Sometimes the person tries to come and find you later.
Speaking from experience, huh? Anna, you sly dog. Oh, I can see why that'd be... wait. Speaking from experience?
Yeah.
Do you get confessed to often? Anna looks a little surprised and then giggles.
He didn't know? Not nearly as much as Felicia, but yeah, occasionally.
Well, she is pretty popular, right? Huh. I wonder how I never noticed. Thinking about it, it makes sense. And as usual with me, but she's still plenty popular. And with her looks, I can definitely understand why someone would want to confess to her. Her looks. Simone! You sly dog! Don't get transfixed.
Is everything alright? Your face is kind of close.
I suddenly snap back to reality and see Anna's blushing face in front of me. Oh, sorry about that. I just got lost in thought for a second there.
It's alright.
Damn it, I made things kind of awkward. You want to go grab some food? Her face quickly changes back to a normal smirk.
Ha! I brought my own lunch again today. But I guess I can come and keep you company.
You're so sweet, Anna. I laugh. Ha! Oh, how lucky I am. And the two of us head out the classroom. I can't do the ha-has right now. It scratches my throat a little too much. While we're waiting in line at the school store, Anna looks at me.
Hey, so I was thinking,
You gonna ask us out?
you know how we've got the school festival
mind.
coming up next month after midterms?
Next month after midterms. When is midterms again? I don't remember. But next month is October. I think Okay, so by the time I'm recording this video, I have uploaded two of the I've uploaded part 5 and part 6 of Kimochii Classroom. I think I said in one of the parts, because I remember editing one of the parts and saying, or I said in one of the parts that that November was a month after September, but it's September, October, and then November. How did I forget October? Out of all months, how did I forget October was a thing? Yeah?
Is she expecting you to do some kind of judo exhibition there?
Ooh. This is actually something I've been thinking about a lot lately. Yeah, I think so.
So, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna drink some water. Not sure yet. Given that judo is just a front for my job and I've never been involved in my school's judo club, there isn't any way for me to fake it if Chi comes to my school's festival. And I know she wants to. I'll probably just make up some excuse why I can't be in it or something. Anna looks at me seriously.
You know that isn't gonna work. Chico's too smart for that.
Yeah, I know.
And there's also the chance that she already knows.
I'll figure something out.
I know this is probably beating a dead horse, but my stance on what I think you should do hasn't changed.
I look away. That doesn't surprise me.
I'm always gonna let you make the last call, but Simone, I really think you should tell her.
I don't know why we haven't. Like I'm trying to wrap my head around the whole thing right now because his whole reason for like hiding the fact that he has a job from his sister and is like helping supply funds for her club, like it's I don't know, like does Simon think that she's gonna despise him for doing something like that? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know.
Before this gets out of hand.
I don't know what to say.
Look, I won't try to explain myself again. I know I've told you enough times already. Just tell me you'll at least properly consider it.
I look back at Anna. I could just lie right now, but I want to take her seriously. Why? What? All these lies, man. You're just gonna pile up. I've got my own opinions on the whole situation, but Anna isn't foolish. She's a lot smarter than me in a lot of ways. Okay, I'll consider it. I give her a firm response.
All right. Let me know if you need any help.
She gives me an earnest expression.
You know I'm here for you.
Yeah, thanks, Anna.
No problem. Sorry if that brought down the mood.
Yeah, aren't we in the...
I know it's annoying that I bring it up all the time.
Like, we're waiting for food at the school line right now? Admittedly, I don't really like talking about it, but... No, it's alright. I know why you're worried. I know I need to do something about it soon. I look back at Anna with certainty. I'm gonna make my final decision at the school festival. At her school festival. If I'm ever gonna tell her, it'll be on that day. If that time comes, can I ask you for your help? Anna stares at me for a few moments. Then she gives me a bright smile.
Of course.
And then she starts laughing. What's so funny?
It's just that we're having this sentimental conversation in the middle of the school store line.
Yeah? She's right. I start laughing too. I guess it is kind of weird, huh? In reality, I want to tell Chi the truth, but I'm terrified. Terrified that I'll scare her away from her dream. But I think I can see a way forward. Why? Okay, what is the reasoning behind you thinking that that would scare her away from her dream? Like, you know Chi. You know her, like, better than anybody. What? I need the insight for, like, my own sake. And so I can understand his reasoning. I guess that also is for my own sake. But you get it. I need to understand that. Once the day is over, I make my way to the bar for my usual Thursday shift. Anything? The bar is pretty empty again today. Even by 8 p.m., only a handful of people have come in. Everyone currently in here already has their drinks, so the three of us are just waiting for them to place more orders.
Everything all right, boss?
He turns to Mayu and me and puts on a smile. It looks like we're having another pretty unlucky day. Is there anything I can do in the meantime, sir? Why don't you do another round to those two tables over there? See if they need anything. Understood. I walk over to the only two tables with people at them. Hello, are you guys doing alright over here? Can I get you anything else? Oh, no, that's alright. We were actually getting ready to leave. I can pay the check now if that's alright. Of course, I'll be right over with it. The next table doesn't need anything either. Within the next 20 minutes, there's no one left in the bar. And Mayu, the boss, and I are all standing around one of the middle tables. The boss looks a little awkward. Mayu's the first to break the silence.
All right. I think it's time to spill the beans. How bad is it?
The boss pauses before letting out a sigh. I suppose I haven't done a great job of hiding it, have I? Huh? Wait, what's going on? He gives me a somewhat downtrodden smile. Well, Simon, as much as I hate to admit it, the bar hasn't been doing very well lately. In fact, if our numbers stay like they've been the last couple weeks, we'll be in the red. What? I guess I've noticed a decent decline in customers lately, but I didn't realize the bar was almost failing. But... The boss tries to put on his usual smile. I haven't given up. That Manuel's indulgence hasn't gotten the best of me yet. Manuel's indulgence? What's that? The boss suddenly looks like he has a bad taste in his mouth. There's another tavern that opened about... Oh, rival competition. There's another tavern that opened about a month ago pretty close to this one. And somehow their grand opening got good media coverage. Which, in turn, caused a large portion of our customers to start going there instead of here. And it doesn't help that Manuel's is closer to the station.
I did some scouting of the place earlier this week. And unfortunately for us, it's pretty upscale.
Dang.
The drinks and service are both top-notch.
Wow. I had no idea another bar opened up near ours. I guess it'd be weird if I did, though, since I can't drink. So, I've decided I need to change my strategy in order to bring our customers back. With a little advertising of my own. I think back to the business card on the random mall stand, and I immediately have doubts of the effectiveness of the boss's marketing strategies. I glance at Mayu, who has a doubtful look on her face. Seems like she's thinking something similar. The boss looks at the two of us. I want to get started tonight, so I'll be closing the bar early today. Huh? Mayu gives him a sarcastic smirk.
So your first step to winning back customers is to close up shop early?
The boss looks confident. Trust me, I have a good feeling about this plan. And don't worry, you'll still both get a full day's pay. I don't know what's gotten into the boss, but there's something about him that seems off. He hurries Mayu and me out of the bar, stating that he can close by himself today. Oh, boss. Boss. Please let us help you close it up. And it isn't long before we're both outside. I'll see the two of you tomorrow. And then the doors close behind us. I stand there for a few seconds before turning to Mayu. She looks a little shocked as well.
Well, I've never seen him that eager to get me out of there. Guess it must be a lot worse than he let on when I asked last time.
Did you already know the bar was having a tough time? She turns to me. I'm expecting her to respond seriously, but instead she just looks at me and smiles.
It's pretty rare that you and I leave at the same time, huh?
What?
Hey, Simone, why don't you and I go grab a drink together?
I could feel my heart rate spike for a second. What? She chuckles.
We can go by Flowery Respite, and I'll tell you more about the bar.
Okay. Oh, right. That makes sense. Right. Sure, that sounds good. Mayu smirks at me.
Were you thinking something else by any chance?
Nope! Of course not. Let's just go. The two of us make our way to Flowery Respite. It's pretty close, so it only takes about 10 minutes to get there. I'm surprised we didn't take we didn't go to Manuel's Indulgence to scout out our competition. Do you ever come here when you aren't working?
Nope.
I did not mean to cut you off. I am so sorry. She gives me a cheeky smile.
It sure would be awkward if we ran into Felicia here, wouldn't it? I can already imagine the assumptions she would make.
Wait, then shouldn't we pick somewhere else? She laughs.
I'm joking. Felicia only comes when I'm working, and she knows I'm off today.
One of the waitresses approaches us. Hi, welcome in. What can I do for... Oh, Miss Mayu. I didn't see you on the shift schedule today. Mayu smiles and waves.
Hey, Kaz. I'm not on shift today. Just here as a normal patron with my friend.
She gestures to me. Oh, okay, I see. She briefly looks at me. Can I get you a table?
That would be great, thanks.
You guys like my girl voice right now? I like making it too. It totally doesn't hurt my voice. The waitress leads us to a table by one of the windows. I'm a little surprised that the cafe is open so late on a weekday. It's almost 9 o'clock. Yeah, I mean, I guess some cafes can stay open as long as there's demand for it, right? That's the whole thing behind, like, when they really close up shop. I'm not like a huge Starbucks guy, but that's like the only like cafe I guess I really know about. But I know that there's one near me that closes at like 10, which is wild to me because I always thought Starbucks closes at like 2. that it's like just a morning thing, but yeah.
Could you get us a normal menu and an alcoholic one?
Of course! They have alcoholic menus here? She hands Mayu 2 menus. Once we sit down at our table, Mayu passes me one. I didn't know they had an alcoholic menu here.
They didn't before last year. I finally convinced the owner to let me make one.
Ah! She looks proud.
And would you believe it? It's been a hit.
I laugh. Ha! Well, if it's your drinks, it's not much of a surprise. Mayu raises an eyebrow at me. Not that I've tried them or anything. Mayu chuckles. She chuckles and points to the menu she passed to me.
What do you want? It's on me.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Got anything you usually go for?
I'll just take a black tea then. Mayu grins.
My wallet appreciates that choice.
I chuckle. Are you gonna order alcohol?
You bet I am. I don't ever get off work this early on a weekday.
Mayu waves down the waitress. She hurries over. Yes, what can I get you guys? Mayu gestures to me first. Just a black tea for me. Got it. Would you like any sugar or honey with that? Both, please. She scribbles down something and looks at Mayu. And for you, Miss Mayu? Mayu pauses for a second.
You know, I was going to order something from the menu, but I changed my mind. Kaz, you know that bottle of vodka I stocked for that experimental menu item I'm working on?
Yes, I remember.
Could you just bring me that in a shot glass?
God dang, Mayu.
The owner didn't let me use the cafe money for it, and I don't need the whole thing to make the new drink, so it's still mine.
Oh, okay, I understand. I'll bring it right out for you. The waitress hurries toward the back kitchen. Jeez. You're making a drink with vodka?
There'd only be a small amount of vodka included in the drinks, but yeah, I was messing around with something.
It's pretty strong.
The owner is still pretty apprehensive about selling anything that includes strong alcohol, though.
Right?
But enough about my drinks. You wanted to know more about the bar, right?
Yeah. Ah, right, that. Is it, okay for you to talk to me about it?
What? Do you think I'm under an NDA?
Yeah, boss made you sign an NDA. Well, no, but I wasn't sure if the boss was trying to keep it a secret. Mayu looks mildly annoyed.
Oh, he was trying to keep things a secret, all right. But that's just because he's stubborn.
What do you mean? It seems like Mayu and the boss talk a lot when I'm not around. But it makes sense considering we're the only 2 employees.
Let me ask you a question. How do you think the bar was performing before this recent decline in customers?
Pretty decent, right? Well, I thought it seemed fine. We had lots of people that showed up on Fridays and the weekends. I guess the weekdays were kind of slow sometimes, but...
That's it. You can't run a successful restaurant business on money that only comes 3 days out of the week. Especially not in the boss's position.
She lets out a sigh.
But that's not his style.
At that moment, the waitress returns with our drinks. Here you are! Is this a bottle, Miss Mayu? Mayu smiles.
Yep, that's the one.
It's pretty damn big. The waitress sets our drinks down on the table. If there's anything else you need, please let me know. She bows and returns to the kitchen.
Oh, all right. Finally.
Zonk! Glug, glug, glug! Dang. Mayu pours herself a shot of vodka and knocks it back.
I love that kick.
I have had vodka once, ever. And I think it was a shot. I think it was vodka anyway that I had a shot of. And man, it literally just tastes like hand sanitizer. It is like some of the worst thing I've ever drank. I don't know how people do it. I look closer at the bottle. I can see the words, alcohol 47%. Damn.
Anyway, where was I?
Something about his style, I think?
Oh, yeah. The biggest problem for the bar is that the boss isn't running it as a business looking for major profit. He does it because it makes him happy. And that's made him too soft.
Too soft? Mayu's sounding kind of harsh right now. But I decide to just listen to what she has to say.
The boss doesn't own the building that the bar is in. He's renting it. And rent for that spot isn't cheap. Have you noticed that the building he uses is on the larger side?
Yeah, it's actually one of the first things I noticed when I started working there. I was kind of surprised that there were only drinks on the menu.
Exactly. So he's paying the rent rate of a normal restaurant on the budget of a small bar.
Yeah, I was about to say that I've been to one bar in my life ever. And the place that they have in Tumultuous Tap is set up like a whole restaurant, not just like a bar. But I mean, again, that is like Tumultuous Tap is a pretty big bar. So, yeah.
The only reason he's able to manage the larger volume of customers so well is because he's an incredible bartender.
She chuckles.
It's why I started working for him in the first place.
Mayu takes another shot.
And now, this man that's inspired me so much to pursue what I want to do is going to go out of business because of some stupid finance crap.
And then she takes another. So rent is the only real issue?
Nope. This
She pauses.
guy.
And then there's another shot. Mayu, you gotta slow down. That's 4.
On top of his already minimal finances, pays us too much. More than he can reasonably afford.
Wait, what? He's overpaying us? I thought mine was pretty normal salary. Mayu gives me a dry laugh.
Boy, are you in for a rude awakening when you get your next job. Most employers don't give a damn about you. They just want you to do your job, take your agreed salary, and get out.
Props to the voice actor for, sounding absolutely wasted right now.
But not the boss.
She pauses for a moment.
The boss probably wouldn't want me sharing this. But right now I'm frustrated with him, so I don't care.
Maybe a little drunk, too. Just as I'm thinking that, Mayu pours herself another shot and drinks it.
Before you come in for your shift, he loves to talk about how excited he is to see your improvement.
Aww.
Better order taking, more natural conversations with customers, quicker reaction time to problems. You name it, he's noticed it. And he remembers. He remembers everything. But remembering what your employees do doesn't count for crap when you've got a direct competitor with positive widespread media coverage.
You're talking about the Manuel's Indulgence place?
Yeah, that one.
She looks out the window.
It wasn't great, but at least what the boss had was sustainable. Hell, in August, there's even a bit of an upswing in patronage. But after a blow like this, I don't think it'll be possible to recover.
Mayu leans back in her chair and takes another shot. Then she looks at me and smiles.
So, there's your answer. I've known for a while that the bar isn't doing great. It's never been doing great.
I sit in silence for a few seconds. I had no idea. I guess it makes sense. I didn't realize, though, considering I don't know how to run a business myself. I look at Mayu. Is there anything we can do? She looks frustrated.
Trust me, I've tried. I've tried showing him different budgeting strategies, cheaper inventory stock, even a decent option if he was looking to move to a cheaper location.
Oh, she cares, man. She cares.
But he never budged on any of it. All I want to do is show him that he can lean on me sometimes too. And he just won't ever let me grow up.
Huh? Mayu, what was that? Yeah, what? What do you mean by that? She looks at me.
Nothing. Just thinking out loud.
The boss is not your dad, is he? No, because they had that one moment that's like where Mayu stayed while we left, and boss was like, "Hey, Simon, you should stay because she might be confessing or something." That would not make sense. It's just like a father figure. I don't know.
The point is, he's just too damn stubborn.
She lets out a dry laugh.
This new idea of his may really be our last hope.
Damn, I wish there was something I could do to help. Maybe I could help the boss advertise in my free time? But then I might be seen by Chi or someone else from school. Although I guess it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I could just say that I'm doing a little part-time work for a dispatch advertising firm or something. Mayu notices the state of thought that I'm in.
Listen, Simone, whatever you're thinking right now, don't. Trust me, he won't like it. The boss wants us to be happy just as much as he wants the bar to succeed.
Mayu picks up on what I'm thinking immediately. But we can't just do nothing, right? She gives me an understanding smile.
Listen, half the reason I brought you here was just because I wanted someone I trust to vent to. The boss can take care of himself. There's no need for you to go rushing into anything on his behalf. Plus, who am I to say that the bar will fail?
She chuckles.
I've thought it multiple times before this, and the boss has always pulled through.
She looks at me earnestly.
The most we can do right now is trust him and support whatever it is he's planning to do next. If you come up with an idea, great. But you should let him know first. It'll make him a lot happier than you going behind his back.
Mayu can be pretty convincing when she's serious. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I lean back in my chair. The adult world seems tough. It's comforting to know that there are mature people like Mayu and the boss out there, though. Okay, thanks, Mayu. Thanks, trying to give me a heart attack. Mayu suddenly leans forward excitedly with her elbows on the table.
Anyway, enough about the boring business stuff. Tell me more about you and Felicia.
Oh my god. What?
Oh, and tell me more about that Anna chick as well. What's her deal?
So I honestly I was so invested into that like little plot line right there. I completely forgot that this is Mayu who we're talking to. I want to take back the thought I just had about Mayu being mature. I end up getting home around the time I would if I'd worked a normal shift today, so I don't need to explain anything to Chi when I walk in. She greets me with a big smile.
Hey, Simone! How was practice?
It looks like she's making something in the kitchen. She runs over to me. You know, the usual.
I can't wait to see your exhibition at the festival!
About that?
I saw a notification about it on your school's website.
Oh, what? There's an ad for it online? She shows her phone to me excitedly.
Yeah! There's ads for all of your school's club events on the website.
Damn, I didn't realize that they were going that far with everything this year. This is bad. I'm not in the right headspace to talk with Chi about this right now. My thoughts are still on what Mayu told me about the bar. Oh, really? I had no idea. She begins scrolling through the page on her phone.
I wish there was a picture of you here, but it's just one guy on the ad doing a fighting pose or something.
Shh. Yeah, it's probably the club leader. Hey, so, what's for dinner? Chi's face suddenly looks panicked.
Oh my gosh! I almost forgot about it! I still need to get it out of the oven!
She runs into the kitchen. As I watch her frantically put on some over mitts? Over mitts? Akemi! It's oven, not over! I kick myself mentally for my carelessness. I've been too relaxed lately with my story. I need to be on top of what the judo club is doing at my school. Or, hear me out, you just tell her and live with the consequences of telling a lie. If that picture on the school's festival ad had been a full club photo or something, I would have been done for. Yeah, true. Lucky break, I guess. Thankfully, the topic doesn't come up again during dinner, as I'm able to keep the conversation focused on Chi's club practice stuff. And about an hour later, I'm upstairs in my room going to sleep. Alright, Friday, September 25th. Wait, is this the day after? Yes, it is. The following day, the boss treated everything as if it were completely normal. Mayu and I tried asking him about the plan he mentioned yesterday, but he wouldn't tell us anything. Just that he needs a little more time. So, the shift ended up being a normal Friday shift. As usual, the bar got pretty packed during the peak, but it was noticeably more manageable than previous Fridays. It's just going down. I felt a little bad about leaving early, but Anna was planning to come tonight, so I ended at the usual time and left around 8:15. Oh, because midterms? By the time I arrived home, Anna was already there chatting with Chi. They were both rambling about something idol related. A little while ago, the two of them sat me down and said it was finally time to explain to me the full lore of Kimochii's idol adventure. Apparently it was necessary since the new season is coming out in November or something. November. It's a big month for this game, I think. Should be anyway. I tried to understand, I really did, but the majority of it went over my head. Once the three of us finished dinner, Anna and I went up to my room to study. Right, midterms.
Does that make sense?
Anna taps her pencil on the scratch paper in front of us. No. We're studying some math for the midterm, but as expected, it isn't going well for me.
Oh, come on, it's just factorization.
Factorization? Do you learn factorization before, like, what we just did? Like, on the test? What?
Factorization? Factorization.
Yeah, that thing you said is hard.
Okay, then let's go through it again. Look at the problem again.
I look down at my paper. The problem 4x squared plus 12x plus 5 stares back at me.
I'll go through it again. All we want to do is break this problem down into factors that can be multiplied together to recreate it again.
Like greatest common factor, least common factor kind of thing? I kind of forgot what the factorization stuff was.
First, we want to multiply the first and the last number.
Okay, so those are 4 and 5, right?
Right.
Alright, so 4 times 5 equals 20.
Great! Now we need to write out all of the factor pairs of 20.
I'm already lost. Okay. So what's a factor pair? And it gives me a patient smile.
Remember what our teacher said? It's all of the number pairs you can multiply together to get 20. Those would be 1 times 20, 2 times 10, and 4 times 5.
Right. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, I blanked on that one.
Now, this next part is the tough one, so pay attention.
I'm locked in.
We need to use the factor pair that, when added together, gives us our middle number.
Right.
You know, the 12x from our problem.
Oh, okay, so that'd be the 2 and 10 pair.
Right. So, now we can rewrite our problem with the middle number split into our factor pair. Like this.
Anna starts scribbling a new version of the problem on the paper in front of me. She writes 4x squared plus 10x plus 2x plus 5. Okay, so you're just splitting 10x or 12x into 10x plus 2x. I stare at it. All right, so she All right, so she split the 12x into the 2 times 10 pair, making it 10x plus 2x. That's not too bad. Okay, I'm still following. Then what do we do?
We need to break this down into factors, but really, that just means we need to somewhat balance the sides.
Sides? What do you mean? She underlines the first 2 numbers on the paper.
In this case, the 2 sides are 4x squared plus 10x and 2x plus 5. 2x plus 5 doesn't have any numbers that it can be evenly divided by other than 1, so that one's easy. Meaning that the second side becomes 1 times 2x plus 5.
Okay. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So now, let's look at 4x squared plus 10. What number can both 4 and 10 be divided by?
I know! 2! 2.
Yes, exactly. Now, let's take it a step further. We want to make this first side match with the parentheses on our other side. So, what can we take out of 4x squared plus 10x in order to get 2x plus 5?
2x? I I'm using 1000% or my... I'm using... What? I'm using 1000% or my brain right now. Of my brain? Is that supposed to be of my brain? Yeah, these typos are a little jarring. Not gonna lie. I'm assuming that's a typo anyway. I'm using 1000% of my brain right now to wrap my head around doing this. Let's see. I know that 2 can be taken out of 4x squared plus 10x, but can anything else? Oh, both sides have an x in them. Maybe I can take out 2x. I hesitantly write my guess on the paper. When Anna sees it, her eyes light up.
That's it?
Oh, whoops. She excitedly taps her pencil on the paper.
So if we take out 2x, what are we left with?
I'd have to see the problem again. I don't know. Let's see. 4x squared divided by 2x is 2x. And 10x divided by 2x is 5. So I started writing my simplified version on the paper. It'd be 2x times 2x plus 5, right?
Yes! We're almost there now. Write out the new problem.
Oh, okay. One sec. The first side became 2x times 2x plus 5, and the second side is now 1 times 2x plus 5. Oh! And then we're going to do the in parentheses 2x plus 1 times 2x plus 5? Because they have that in common? It's just 2x times 2x plus 5 plus 1 times 2x plus 5, right?
Yep.
Great. So we're done now, aren't we? Oh. Anna chuckles.
No.
Damn, I thought I was home free.
But don't worry, we only have one step left. We just need to simplify our new expression one more time.
Okay, so how do we do that?
See the 2 numbers before each of the 2x plus 5s?
Yeah.
Put them into parentheses and multiply it by 2x plus 5.
Oh, I can do that easy. Wait, so it's just 2x plus 1 times 2x plus 1 times 2x plus 5 as the final answer?
Look at you, big guy.
Is there also stuff where you have to like solve for x there? Or do they just want the factorization? Because I think at that point you would set each parentheses equal to 0 and then just solve at that point, right? Or am I thinking of something else?
That's exactly it.
I chuckle. Okay. No need to patronize me. I get it. I'm bad at math. Anna lightly bumps her elbow on my
I
arm.
don't know. That score you got on the math test paints a different picture.
98.
Unless you cheated, of course.
Anna then over-dramatically puts her hand over her mouth and sarcastically gasps.
Simone, you didn't cheat, did you?
Simone! You know full well I'd never try that. You think I want to deal with the hell you'd put me through if that happened? Anna proudly puts her hands on her hips.
I suppose you wouldn't, would you?
Oh, okay. You know what? That was not that bad. I like that. That was a nice bonding moment, especially because I actually knew how to do the math and I could follow along. I think that helped a little bit. We both laugh.
In all seriousness, though, maybe you're just too busy to study properly.
That's probably being too generous. I think my brain just hates numbers.
I can see that just by looking at you.
What is that supposed to mean? I look at her with a fake angry face. Huh? Want to say that again?
Dumbass.
What? Dumbass. Her immediate and deadpan response sets me off. It's stupid things like this that make us laugh all the time. Come on, Anna, don't do it. Don't do the, oh, I needed this, Simon. It's also why Anna is studying. It's also why studying with Anna makes studying in general so much more fun for me. It never feels too frustrating. I noticed the clock on my wall. It's already 10:30. Ooh. Dang. Yeah, that's a little late. You want to stay over, Annabelle? Oh, wow. Is it really that late already? Well, I guess we don't know how far Annabelle lives away from us, do we? Because we've never been over to her house. We haven't been over to her house. We don't know where Felicia's place is either. Yeah, I don't know. I chuckle. Guess we lost track of time. Anna smirks.
Or you just got lost in the numbers for too long.
I got lost in the numbers for sure. Fair point. Anyway, sorry for keeping you here so late. And as usual, thanks for making time to help me with this stuff. Ready to head out? I look over at Anna, but she's staring at the floor and not saying anything. Anna? She doesn't respond. Everything all right? Her gaze shifts back to me. She suddenly leans over and lays her head on my shoulder. It's not particularly unusual for Anna to lay against me. She's done it plenty of times before. But this time catches me off guard. What's up? You okay? It takes her a minute for her to respond.
Hey, Simone?
Yeah? What's gotten into her all of a sudden?
Would it be alright if I stayed a little longer?
Yeah. Huh? I mean, sure, but what's up with the sudden change in mood? Anna's quiet for a few seconds. She opens her mouth to say something, but I cut her off. And don't try to brush it off, you know I can see through that. She looks at me and chuckles.
I guess you can, can't you?
She pauses again.
There's just a lot going on right now.
What do you mean? I doubt she's referring to school, given how smart she is.
Before I say anything, can you promise to keep this a secret, even from Chico?
Of course, I won't tell anybody. Anna pauses and takes another deep breath. She opens her mouth and starts speaking slowly.
You remember that party event I had to go to last month?
The one for the business partnership between Erison and your dad's company?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I remember. That's the one where you were introduced to Felicia, right?
Right.
Anna glances down at the floor.
Well, it seems like my dad is going through with it.
Oh, well, that's great. I guess we never really knew what the partnership kind of entailed, did we? Is what I say at first, but the look on Anna's face tells a different story. Or not great? She takes a deep breath and sits back up.
Definitely not great.
Why not? She looks down.
Ever since that event, it feels like Erison is the only thing my dad ever thinks about anymore. How can I impress Erison? How can I get the Erison president's favor? What would Erison think if I made this decision?
Anna looks frustrated.
It's all he ever talks about. It doesn't even seem like he's thinking about the businesses as a partnership. Ugh. All he cares about is pleasing Erison.
Anna suddenly becomes Anna's voice suddenly becomes louder? Is there no voice there? I guess it's another typo.
What happened to all the benefits for our family that come from this? What happened to all the promises about spending more time with us?
Anna's voice is becoming angry.
Not to mention that he's been dumping things on me non-stop. Anna, I need you to appear at these 7 company gatherings this month. It's important that you're present. Anna, I need you to be putting more effort into your hair and makeup. It's critical that you carry yourself properly. Anna, I heard that you've become closer with Miss Felicia. Keep it up. We want her to be in our good graces. Anna, you should try to act more like Felicia. Her charisma reflects quite well on Erison's image through word of mouth. Anna, you've been speaking with the Felicia recently, haven't you? Why don't you invite her over to our home? It would be wonderful to talk to her. Anna, I'd like to feature you more prominently in company affairs moving forward. Please make sure to clear out time after school. Anna, do this. Anna, act like this. Anna, help with this all the damn time. Well, what about me?
Anna looks right at me.
What happened to my say in everything?
I don't know what to say. I had no idea that Anna was going through so much. She never showed it at all. Has she been holding all of it in this whole time? I'm sorry, Anna. I didn't realize. She slowly looks away again.
I'm not friends with Felicia because I want my dad's company to look better. I don't care about making sure my hair and makeup is perfect every day. I do what I do because I want to. It's who I am. But it doesn't matter what I say. He doesn't listen anymore.
Anna. Anna. Damn. Anna slowly lays her head back on my shoulder. I can feel her shaking.
He doesn't even... I'm so stupid.
Her
voice becomes more and more choked up.
I never should have pushed him to go for that position. If I'd have just stayed out of it, he wouldn't.
Anna's choked up voice begins to turn into sobs as tears start rolling down her cheeks.
It's like I don't even know him anymore.
I can feel Anna's hand delicately grab onto the back of my shirt as she cries into my shoulder.
That stupid company is stealing my dad away from me.
I feel so useless. I had no idea any of this was happening to my best friend, and all I can do now is sit here silently like an idiot. And knowing her, she's definitely putting the majority of the blame for this on herself. But even if I don't know the exact right thing to say, I can at least be here to hold. I can at least be here to hold her. I put my arm around her shoulder and pull her in closer to me. And let her cry. I let her cry for as long as she needs until she's finished. Damn.
Sorry.
Wow. Almost got me there, Radish. You almost got me there. Wow. I'm good. Once Anna finally calms down, she slowly lifts her head from my shoulder.
It wasn't fair for me to dump all of that on you so suddenly.
I look at her seriously. You have nothing to apologize for. That's what I'm here for. I'm sorry for not noticing something was up. If you ever have anything you want to get off your chest, you know I'll be here for you.
Thanks, Simone. I mean it.
It also, puts things in perspective of, it's not even kind of just about what's going on right now in the story, but Annabelle, within, Radish ASMR and whatnot, has literally been going through hell with, being stuck, being forced to do, the role-playing stuff, and, gets glimpses of, Simone in the videos or whatnot, assuming that's, kind of what it is, and, it's man, this moment really just, it reminds me a lot of that one video that we got of her having nightmares about something that happened, and she just wants someone to hold on to. It's just man. I mean, if I'm getting choked up at this, man, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Yeah. Anna looks at me and wipes her eyes and nose again.
Ugh, I must look so gross right now.
She looks at my shirt where she'd been crying.
And, sorry about your shirt.
I give her a cheeky smile. Yeah, sorry isn't gonna cut it for that one. Anna lets out a weak laugh.
Okay, mister.
Anna looks at the clock.
I should go. Sorry for staying so...
I hold up my hand to stop her.
Thank you for letting me stay so late.
We're correcting the sorries and replacing it with thank yous. That is something that I don't know what I learned that from, but it's like a lot of people just choose to say like, I'm sorry for being like a burden or something rather than thank you for listening to me and what I had to say. So I mean, I kind of like that. It's kind of like a subtle change in the like your psychology or your mindset, I guess. I smile at her. You're welcome. Damn. I'm sad now. Why can't we just have her stay over, man? As I guide Anna downstairs to get ready to go, we pass by Chi. She looks at us worried, but I give her a look to let her know that everything's okay. Anna weakly smiles at her. Once Anna has everything together, she grabs the door handle to leave.
Simone.
And then she leaves, lightly closing the door behind her. I turn around to see Chi peering down at me from the stairs. Understandably, she looks concerned.
Is Annie alright?
Yeah, she's okay for now. Just a little life-stressed, you know? Sorry if we were a little loud.
You guys are always loud.
I chuckle. Yeah, I guess we are.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I give her a confident look. Just leave this one to me. She gives me a serious look.
You'd better take care of her.
You already know I will. She smiles.
Good. Go get her, Tiger!
Okay. Man. Whoa. Tuesday, October 6th. Ooh, we are jumping straight into things, huh? All right, well, this is probably the best place to end it off for now. I need to like recollect myself because holy, I didn't expect to get into the get in feels with that moment. I feel like this game is definitely gonna get me. Like if it has like moments like just like that get me choked up and teary-eyed, then man. I'm not ready. I'm not ready, guys. But yeah, this was part. I don't know at this point. 8. Is this part 8? 7? 8? Yeah, 8. No. Yes, this is part 8. Wow. That scene with Annabelle was probably like one of my favorite scenes in this entire like series so far. I think that was really powerful. And it's really just it's a whole mix of like just the story we get in this game along with like what we see in Radish ASMR, how she's like doing there. It's like, man, she's gone through so much. Like Annabelle is dealing with it. So but yeah, let's call it an episode here. I'm probably gonna pick it back up in a bit. Might eat like some food because I haven't eaten anything yet, but kind of just wanted to play the game really bad. But yeah, we'll end it here. I'll pick it back up soon, and yeah, I'll see you guys in part 9. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your night, your evening, whatever time it is. I hope you enjoy it. So yeah, bye for now. Bye, 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 bye.